Imagine this. You've worked 40 hours a week just to see your money disappear like smoke. Sounds frustrating, right? But here's the real shocker. Most people don't even realize they're setting their money on fire. In this video, I'm exposing 10 ways people burn their hard-earned cash. And trust me, some of these will surprise you. By the end, you'll also learn how to make smarter financial choices that will help you build wealth instead of wasting it. You'll be equipped with practical strategies to protect your wealth, achieve financial freedom, and pave the way for a more prosperous future. So stick around. Subscribe the Wealthy channel and let's dive in. Number 1. Paying only the minimum on credit cards. In the pursuit of financial independence and wealth, one of the most insidious traps people fall into is paying only the minimum on their credit cards. It seems harmless at first, just a small payment to keep the creditors at bay. Picture this. Lisa has a $5,000 credit card balance. She pays just the minimum each month. Fast forward 5 years. She's still in debt, having paid over $10,000 in interest alone. This subjecting yourself to exorbitant interest rates that compound over time and ultimately draining your hard-earned money into the pockets of credit card companies. Pay your full balance every month. If that's not possible, pay more than the minimum to escape the cycle. Number 2. Overpaying for brand names. People fall into the trap of believing that expensive brand names equal higher status or better quality. They pay hundreds, sometimes thousands, more just for a logo on their clothes, gadgets, or even groceries. But here's the truth. In many cases, you're not paying for better quality. You're paying for marketing. As Morgan Housel writes in The Psychology of Money, wealth is what you don't see. Rich people stay rich by spending less than they earn. Yet, so many people sacrifice their financial future just to flex designer labels. Overpaying for brands keeps you in a cycle of unnecessary spending, leaving you with depreciating assets instead of growing wealth. Adopt a cost-per-use mindset. A $50 well-made shirt you wear for years is a better deal than a $500 designer piece worn twice. Number 3. Giving too much power to emotional spending. Emotional spending happens on occasion, especially during times when we are seeking comfort. But making a habit of it, whether it's positive or negative emotions. Of course, there are going to be times when you want to treat yourself and buy something new. That's human nature. But emotions change all the time, and you shouldn't hand over the wheel or let them pull you in too many directions. Instead of yielding to every emotional impulse, try to spend on small things or something specific that you've budgeted for ahead of time so you don't dig yourself in a hole. Always check the return policy, especially if you love to shop final sales. To help reduce the temptation to spend, remove shopping apps from your phone and unsubscribe from retailer emails. Before you make a purchase, try writing it down first, along with the price. Wait 48 hours before you buy it. Number 4. Unnecessary bank fees. Many people unknowingly pay a lot to their banks in the form of fees. If you don't know what fees your accounts are subject to, spend a few minutes finding out. Some banks charge ATM fees for using another bank's ATM, for example. These can be as high as $3. This amounts to a 15% one-time fee for a $18 to $20 withdrawal. The key with this type of fee is simply knowing about it. You would be better off using a credit card to make the purchase. Go back and examine the rules governing your checking and savings accounts. Also consider consolidating bank accounts, as often one account with a larger minimum can eliminate numerous fees that might otherwise exist. Number 5. New cars. Buying a brand new car feels like success until you realize it's one of the worst financial decisions you can make. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses 10 to 20% of its value, and within 5 years, it's worth less than half of what you paid. Yet, millions willingly lock themselves into 5 to 7 year loans, paying high interest for a depreciating asset. As Robert Kiyosaki says in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the rich buy assets, the poor buy liabilities. And what is a new car? A liability that drains your income every single month. Buy used, not new. A car that's 2, 3 years old offers the same benefits at a much lower price. Consider reliability. Over status. Research models known for longevity instead of getting caught up in luxury branding. Number 6. Spending on things to impress others. Spending to impress is a silent wealth killer. People blow thousands on luxury brands, expensive cars, and lavish parties, not because they need them, but because they want others to think they're rich. Dave Ramsey said, "We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like." This mindset keeps people stuck in a financial trap, working endlessly to fund a lifestyle they can't afford instead of investing in real wealth. If you constantly spend to impress, you'll never have enough money to actually become rich. Before every purchase, ask, "Would I buy this if no one could see it? If not, skip it." Instead of wasting money on things that fade, invest in assets that grow: stocks, real estate, businesses. Wealth isn't built through flexing. It's built through ownership. Number 7, full-price purchases. Even Warren Buffett looks for good deals. Years ago, Buffett once treated Bill Gates to a meal at a fast food restaurant and used coupons to help pay for the meal. People assume getting a deal makes them cheap, but in reality, it makes them smart. The rich never pay full price when they don't have to. They use negotiation, wait for discounts, buy in bulk, and take advantage of loyalty programs. Before buying anything, ask, "Is there a way to get this cheaper?" Use cashback apps, shop during sales, and invest the difference. The money you save today could be the wealth that makes you rich tomorrow. Number 8, burning money on fast food. Fast food doesn't just drain your health, it drains your wealth. The average American spends over $2,000 a year on fast food, not because they need it, but because it's convenient. Instead of building assets, people are building medical bills and bad habits. As the millionaire next door points out, wealthy individuals prioritize long-term value over short-term pleasure. They cook at home, eat nutritious meals, and save thousands in the process. Meanwhile, the financially struggling keep wasting money on overpriced junk food that costs 10x more than home-cooked meals. Plan meals ahead, cook in bulk, and track your food spending. Reallocate that money into assets, not artery-clogging liabilities. Want a shortcut to wealth? Stop eating your money. Number 9, not investing early. Every day you delay investing, you're losing money. For example, if you invest $500/month starting at age 25 with a 10% return, by age 65, you'd have over $2.3 million. If you start at age 35, you'll only have $867,000. That's a $1.4 million loss just for waiting 10 years. Start investing as early as possible. Time is your biggest wealth-building tool. Your future self will thank you when you retire as a millionaire instead of struggling. Number 10, ignoring financial education. The biggest money mistake? Not learning about money at all. Schools don't teach financial literacy, so most people go through life clueless about managing their finances. Read books, follow experts, and actively learn how to grow your money. Knowledge is power. The more you know about money, the better your financial future will be. Every dollar you waste is a dollar you set on fire. Stop fueling your own financial destruction and start building the wealth that will change your future. I believe that together, we can build a better, wealthier future. If this inspires you, like it, share with your closed ones so they can benefit from it too, and subscribe to continue this journey with me. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for joining us today. Our wealthy discussion will continue in the next video. Until then, take care.